So, have you ever looked at yourself and thought, do I love myself? Like, of course you have, right? Because you guys are all Cal State LA students. You get to come here every day and get this education. You guys are working on yourselves. You're developing your minds and for later for society. So it's all about love and a happy life, and that doesn't go into just loving a significant other or your family. It is very important to love yourself, if you didn't know. It's an important part of life because it develops or it helps mental illnesses and could make you more successful. So from the resources I've gathered through the internet that are actually factual and are promoted from authors for a better life, it gives you the sense of the information about why it's important to love yourself. So through my speech, I'll be telling you 3 main points of why it is important to love and accept yourself. And I will be explaining to you about author Noah Elcreef, who helps people in this particular area. And I will give you a tip for how you could possibly, or anybody, implement this in their lives. And some opposite factors that might contract if you don't implement these in your life, or these aren't situational in your life, and to stress that these aren't all factors that are leading problems for not being associated with loving yourself. So for the first main point, it's going to be the 5 scientific facts of why you should love yourself and why it's so important to. If you didn't know that it actually has been scientifically proven to love yourself, according to the Deputy of Healthy Living, Lindsay Holmes, on October 1st, 2014, from the Huffington Post, from the article 5 Scientific Fact Reasons It's Important to Love Yourself, it gives you, obviously, 5 reasons. And the first one is accepting yourself. And it involves being happier in life, because we all, as college students and high schoolers, we probably make decisions throughout our whole lives that we don't accept, or it's just bad decisions, and we might regret them. But with this, you accept your decision, and you can live more of a happy, full life, because there's no going back to it anymore. And the second one is healthy living. Loving yourself, essentially, it makes you want to be more physically fit. It makes you want to have more mental strength. You want to be more productive in life. And the third one is for the self-compassion, it also helps with mental illnesses. So when you care about yourself more, that goes into the features of depression, which I'll talk about in my third main point: depression, suicide, and self-harm. And the fourth, it pushes you to stop procrastinating. So that goes again in being more productive. You're more full for your life. You're enjoying your life. You get to move on and do greater things because that's all you ever think about. And loving yourself leads you through adversity. And adversity, if you didn't know, is like all of us, I'm pretty sure we have gone through stages in high school about our first breakups or whatever it may be, and you just feel really bad. You feel like your world's over, and this helps you get through this because yourself and your feelings are more relevant than what actually happened and what pain you're feeling at that moment. And so my second main point is going to be about this author, Noah Elcreef. He's from livinginthemoment.org. He's #1 author in selling. #1 selling author on Amazon. And he is a specialist somewhat in this field, even though there's not really a degree for it, that and he wrote this book, and he helps many people with these problems. And so Noah Alpreef, in his book, he wanted to, his first main process for this is going to be the question to ask, why did I not love myself? Why do I not love myself? And that goes into finding who you are and expressing yourself for things you might or may not like. And it also goes into why you should care about yourself, because we all should care about ourselves. We're all college students now, and it's important to know that we're making the right decisions for our future. So my third main point is going to be some of the not leading causes, and I want to stress it again. Loving yourself isn't about being narcissistic. You're not loving yourself and only you. This is about just knowing who you are and your abilities in life to move on. And so some forms or mental illnesses or actions that are acceptable to be the opposite of not loving yourself are self-harm, depression, suicide, and mental illnesses. And in the United States, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death, and there are actually 42,773 people that kill themselves every year. And on a daily average, it's 117 suicides, and 50% of those are from a gun. So with that, I would just like to point out that I informed you for why it's important to love yourself and these scientific facts, a way to probably get to know yourself more and develop this attire of life, and some things that may be responsible for actions or mental illnesses if you don't try to inspire this self-compassion. And I would like to say that you should live your life with no regrets. Thank you.